All eyes on the coalition, all eyes on the coalition. We are going to witness how Nigeria will be restructured or disintegrated. I repeat, we are going to witness live how Nigeria is going to be restructured or disintegrated. The coalition, which is made up of the Fulani and Northern Nigeria, and the APC, which is made up of the ACN, Yoruba-led political party, let's put it like that. They are going to clash 2027, and that is going to lead to a lot of things that will happen, a lot of sacrifices. Yes, like I said, if Northern Nigeria allow a Tinubu to win that election 2027, it don't be for Northern Nigeria. And they understand this. They know that this young man, this Tinubu Jagaban, is unpredictable. Look at the last elections. Hand they shake, leg they shake, body they shake. You know if you talk, if they sick, this one that. This one no go feel last as president. Northern Nigeria with Muslim ticket. Northern Nigeria foolishly follow Tinubu, and Tinubu carry them go now. Tinubu they lead them. They put Shetima. This guy is shrewd. This guy is strong. He can be able to control Tinubu, regulate Tinubu. Shetima is now a ghost worker that is begging for second term. You see, the APC, the APC as a political party has been conquered by the Yoruba-led ACN. When you look at the coalition, the Fulani and Hausa-led CPC, they are the ones in the coalition. The APC has started attacking the new party, ADA, All Democratic Alliance, Justice for All, with a logo of corn. The APC has started attacking the party. Like I said, everybody is getting ready. 2026, 27 is going to be very interesting. Forget about good governance. It is all about politics. One thing I love is that the Fulani will never back down. The Northern Nigeria, I know, will not back down. Erufai and Co will not back down. They will do all they can to make sure they stop a Tinubu from winning that election. And it's going to be very, very interesting. Forget about good governance. Now, the APC is critically waiting for the coalition to choose the presidential candidates, whether it is vice president, whether it is president. That is what the APC is waiting for, so that they can unleash their arsenal. Remember, the Yoruba-led APC, they are champions in propaganda. I have said this before. They are champions. You don't beat the Yorubas when it comes to propaganda. I studied journalism. Propaganda is not necessarily something that is... It is not fake news. Propaganda is not fake news. I have been giving this illustration a very, very long time. Have been giving illustration. Let's assume this is silver color and this is white. What propaganda does is that it only shows you white. This propaganda tells you that this is white. It focuses on the white. That is why you see on social media, the online APC, whatever, they were targeting on Obi. They were focused on Obi. They are not looking at the excesses of Tinubu and the policies of the government, how Nigerians are suffering. They had to divert everybody's attention to Obi propaganda. Obi this, Obi that. A random mock will say Obi. This one will say Obi. I don't mention names here. Obi. Propaganda. So the APC is waiting for the coalition to unleash their propaganda. Yes. When they have, like I told you, it is INEC that will give the expo. When they eventually submit the names of those that are going to run. Look at this letter. Shebi, the letter was written to INEC. Don't you suspect that they wanted to keep it, they may have wanted to keep it discreet. But the same letter, it is possible that the body will leak that to the public. Because everybody is being conquered by the current administration. They call it a Yoruba-led federal government. Everywhere you see them, INEC, everybody working for Tinubu. Tinubu loyalists are in all departments, all agencies of the country. He is empowering the Southwest and the Yorubas. So expect that anything, any move that the coalition makes in order to register the party and even put down names of people that are going to run on the ballot, the Nigerian state, the people will know. Because of the people that are very good at propaganda. Look at the APC 2015, it will tell you a lot. Now, there is a high chance that 50% chance that Peter Obi is going to lead that coalition. Like I said, the coalition is hiding its strategies. They want to take the APC by surprise, whatever it is. They want to just do their thing coded. They first started with SDP. Hey, the APC threw their javelin at SDP. They were not there. They went to ADC. They threw their javelin. Now it is ADA. My own is that it is very sure. It is very sure that Peter Obi will be on that ballot. An article. Now the point here is that some people are saying, some people confidentially are saying that they are going to present Peter Obi. Looking at the body language of the North and what they are desperate about, my brother, Atiku is, let's say 50% it can be Peter Obi, 50% it can be Atiku, but some people have said, this is critical of information, that Peter Obi is likely to be on the ballot. But I am saying that an Atiku is much more desperate to be on that ballot than any other person come 2027. If he does not champion that cause 2027, my brother, he may have to forget. Because 2031, other underdogs from northern Nigeria will scatter. And it may even help southern Nigeria to put more confusion amongst them and bring out a neutral candidate. However, let's look at it. Like I said, I started in the beginning. I said, we are going to be here when Nigeria is restructured. It is going to be shown live. You can remember this broadcast. Nigeria will be restructured because of this current administration. I have done the broadcast many times. Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president, and you think it is play. You see, the eyes of everybody is opening. People are becoming wise. Yes. Everybody is understanding. See, the social media is a source of liberation. The eyes of people are opened to the lies, the deceit. People know which one is true. People know which one is lies. People know which one is propaganda. Like what the APC is doing, they are doing witchcraft, high-level demonic propaganda. However, you see, you focus on a particular person and you are hitting it. You don't care whether people call you an evil person. People sacrifice their integrity for propaganda. So 2027, my brother, Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president. I can say that. So if Obi leads the coalition, he will have a southern appeal. If Atiku also leads the coalition, he will have a northern appeal. Point. The North has the coalition banks on northern votes. The coalition itself, they are so sure, they are so confident that they have the northern votes, and northern votes is enough for them. You know, they are saying that Southwest alone cannot deliver Tinubu. No, Southwest cannot deliver Tinubu. Forget the noise. Southwest cannot deliver a Tinubu. A Tinubu gone without propaganda, without running an agenda in the Southwest. Even in the Southwest, if people were allowed to vote for normally everybody's choice, Tinubu will be beaten in Lagos, in the Southwest. Without propaganda, without all these jagabandish politics and whatever, Tinubu will not stand a chance on a level playing ground, free and fair elections. But he's a politician, he has to play the politics. So, Southwest alone cannot deliver President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu need also northern votes. The same way northerners need southern votes. If they put Atiku, most southerners, especially from the southeast, the APC, they are praying that they should use Atiku. That is their prayer, I'm telling you. They don't pray they use Obi. They pray they use Atiku. Because if they use Obi and not agree to work with Obi, my brother, that southern vote, they will divide them. Not may, however, retain their votes. However, the middle belt may retain their votes. But a lot will be done. A lot of convincing, Erufai and Co., a lot of convincing will be done by those that are in charge of the geopolitical zones in northern Nigeria to convince the people to support the coalition. A lot. But if they choose Atiku, that is APC's prayer. God don't answer their prayer finally. They will now start their propaganda. My brother, I have studied meticulously how the APC carries out their propaganda. I'm now a student of the APC propaganda. My brother, their propaganda does not have conscience. Propaganda is demonic and propaganda is wicked. The APC propaganda. Look at what they did to Jonathan. People wanted power and they wanted to shed blood. People knew that this person is a jihadist Islamic fundamentalist, is a patron of Mieti, and they had to partner with this person so that they can have access to power. That person brought in some elements into Nigeria that is destroying Nigeria today, that is making Nigeria not peaceful. That is propaganda and power. So the APC is riding on the wings of propaganda to run the nation. That's why I've told you that forget about good governance. Those that believe something can happen. You know, Nigerians are selfish. Somebody, because he has an appointment in the government or his family is doing well, the current administration is favoring him, he doesn't care about every other person. So far, it's okay. An average Nigerian, so far, God answered my prayer. No, it doesn't work like that. No matter how bad the government is, some people must benefit. Some people must build house. Some people must hammer and be successful. Some people go blow, no matter how the government be. But we are looking at the masses. Better life for the people. So some people are supporting the current administration to tell you that Tinubu was winning. I'm not saying when I look at, as I speak now, as I stand now, Tinubu is winning the election. But when I look at the activities and actions of this coalition, then I'll now know that these people can be able to stand the diabolic politics that Tinubu is going to rain down on them 2027. The diabolic. The only person I believe that if he's to run for elections is Jonathan. Somebody says that he did 2 years. He completed a tenure of Yaradua. I stand to be corrected. Many have said that he cannot run again. Okay. He did 4 years. Yes. He did 4 years. Some people say he can run one more term. Some people say he cannot. Let's watch. But for exemplary purposes, if a Jonathan were to run against Tinubu, my brother, I'll go sit down and they look. I'll go sit down and look. What the coalition needs to do is they need to just do 1, 2, 3, 4 propaganda touches left, right, center, and it's just leave it. Try and be able to match violence of the APC, and also monitor INEC to the coalition center. Radicalize people so that they can defend their votes to any point. You know, you can radicalize people. What are the mosques doing in northern Nigeria? They are radicalizing these young people to become violent against the infidel, carry out action against the infidel. They indoctrinate them to believe. If the coalition can indoctrinate Nigerians and their target voters to be as ruthless like the APC, then I can say, yes, these people are making sense. But Tinubu, as I know, you know, anytime I say people don't know Tinubu, people think that this guy, you don't know. Tinubu for me, it's not a Yoruba man. I will keep on saying it anywhere, anytime. I've had encounters. I lived in a Yoruba compound. I've stayed with Yoruba. I've had Yoruba friends. I still have Yoruba friends. I've worked in the secretariat. Have done something with local government. Have done this. Have done that. We have gone to different like Ojudoba, so many festivities. We have witnessed Babalawo. We have witnessed whatever you think that has to do with the culture. At least I'm an intuitive person. I can sit down here and look at you. I just have to study you for some time. At least I can get 1 or 2 things about you. So I have that gift in me. I can do some analysis on some things when I look at it critically. So Tinubu is not a Yoruba person. He may be Yoruba, but that behavior, that personality is just so exceptional when it comes to maneuvering. When it comes to maneuvering, you know what it is to be a lord. Let me not use the other one. A capone. You know what the abilities you need to inculcate. So the coalition, they have worked with them, should be edified. They don't work with, and they work. They know themselves. They know how they can tackle themselves. But a Tinubu with political power, who can shed a lot of, can shed anything to stay there. He does not have a conscience. He does not have. People don't understand. I hope the coalition understand the APC, how their supporters are being radicalized with incentives, how they institutionalize violence in a certain way. Like in Lagos State, I've said it. Election day, oh God. They go first do some kind sacrifice, left, right, center. They will go door to door. This time around, you know, the last elections that the Labour Party contested and won some places in Nigeria, especially in Lagos State. Those guys were shocked. Look at how we are losing our this and that. They were so shocked, my brother. God saved them that 2023, they didn't do chairmanship election before the government. That 2023, if they did it, my brother, most of the local governments in Lagos will have been, like, many people, different parties will have split all over Lagos State. I'm telling you. So now when they realize that, man, they have slacked, and some youths in the area were angry with the current APC structure because they were never looking at them. You know, most of them were not taken care of. They don't carry them along. So they say, forget, we are not going to do this. And Labour Party had their way. If you look at some areas in Lagos State, they do road, they do streets, they do well now, they run everything to please the people because they were shocked. So this next election, what happened during the government election? Now small thing. We don't have a lawful society whereby a thug is beating somebody in front of police officer. If you are the one beating the thug, the police will arrest you. But if the thug is beating you in front of the police officer, police will stand aloof. So people, people don't feel that there's justice. Like I said, no justice, fairness, and equity for anybody. Tinubu's government is the government for the rich, by the rich, from the rich, and for the rich. It's not for the masses. If you look at his policies, it is either targeting the rich or giving to the rich. It's either taking to the rich and adding to another rich, or giving to the rich, taking from the poor and giving to the rich. Nigerians have become more poorer. A vast number of Nigerians have become more poorer under this current administration. So if the coalition can be able to stand their ground and say, look, Tinubu face to face, we are going to face you, nothing will happen, then I will agree with you. But the only mistake they will do is that, how would they arrange this person as president and vice president? Either way, they will lose. You use a P2B, most Northerners will not be so passionate about supporting P2B. The APC in Northern Nigeria will take advantage. I'm telling you, most Northerners will not. Some people can secure. If you use article, Northerners will. It is a tribal society. We are tribalists in this society, which is not bad because of preservation. It's not bad. If P2B is made vice president and Atiku is the presidential candidate, Southern votes will use that sentiment, and they will tell you that an average Southerner will tell you that instead of me to vote for a Fulani, let Tinubu continue to do the damage he's doing. That is the love Southerners have for themselves, though. But the political elite do not see the political elite. They are the problem Nigeria has. The leadership are the problem. You see the followers. They don't have issues with themselves, but it's the evil that the elite is planting, the vision, the hatred, the propaganda, everything, so that people start fighting themselves. That is what is making us hate ourselves for no reason. We are all human beings. We come from the same source. Nobody fell from heaven. Some people believe that they fell from heaven, but we all came from the same source. The only difference is that civilizations differentiates us. Our environment, our experiences, our topography, our geography, proximity differentiates us, but we all came from the same source. So as it is now, not for a start, Atiku, my bet, my own personal bet. This man that is telling me that is P2B, that is sure is P2B, Atiku, my personal bet, is going to come up with that coalition. You see that the chairman of the coalition is a Southerner. What message does that send to you? The chairman of the coalition is a Southerner. That means, say, you can't have a chairman of the coalition as a Southerner, a Yoruba person, then a Southerner become presidential candidate. It doesn't happen in parties. At least of the way Nigerian political parties organize themselves. It's going to be eventually a Northerner, and it's going to be a Tinubu. I'm sure that a PDP will not have a presidential candidate in Atiku. Atiku will never run as the presidential candidate under a PDP because somebody like Wike will not allow it. And even though Wike just pretend and say, I know, let me remove my hand, they will not have confidence in a PDP that somebody will not, through the back door, use to sabotage their efforts. If they are planning anything, the person is going to be the one that will leak it out to them. As it is. Tinubu have infiltrated other political parties, but I don't think he will be able to infiltrate this particular political party called the All Democratic Alliance. As we watch and continue to watch as 2027 approaches, just notice that with all these things that are going on, Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president. See, whether you like it or not, Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president, and we are here to experience it. Nigeria is due for restructuring. If the leaders are saying no, we go do restructuring by Nigeria must change by fire by force. It is a by fire by force thing. Let's work on the mindset of Nigerians and let them see freedom from a different angle. Not the freedom the imperialists are giving them. Fake freedom. Not that kind of freedom. Let them see that we can actually do it as Africans. We can stand on our own. We don't need the help. Like, we don't need to be slaves to anybody to survive. We can use our natural resources for our benefit. We can use whatever we have to feed ourselves and compete at the world stage. That is what we are trying to educate Nigerians on. The leaders are a tool by these people to they are messing with our psychology. They are messing. So all these things they are running up and down at the end of the day, nothing. But restructuring is a must.